Hi there, guys, and welcome to the Chronicles of Gamers. This is a podcast where we love to explain our love-hate relationship with video games. I am, of course, your host with the most, Efocutioner. Alright, and then I'm going to switch over. I got a guest today. I got the Tedator, aka the Detonator, aka the... This intro music is actually kind of nice. He's like, yo, you got this from Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Yes, sir. What's going on? How you doing, bro? This is Tedator. You got it right on the spot, aka the Gaming Professor. Yeah, man. This is the remake music, dude. Oh, so good.
Yo, this is actually kind of ridiculous, man. Okay, I did say I was gonna wait for the game to be $40. It might not. It might be $45. I'll wait for.
Not happening.
Nah, bro. I gotta wait for a sale for it to be $45, and then maybe I'll.
You can be waiting a long time because this game is high demand, bro. Like mine's already preloaded, sitting on the PS4. I don't know when this is coming out, but I will be streaming this exactly at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight.
Well, I guess that'll be you, man. I still haven't done a lot in Final Fantasy VII OG version, so it's just like I'm debating if I want to get the new school without really doing everything the old school. But that's what I'm saying. If it's 45,
be fine going new school and then going back to old school, which is what I'm going to be doing again, just to revisit the old school.
All right, man. That might be the case, but I'm still gonna wait for it to be 45. I mean, with all the hype and stuff, I'm just like, eh. Now, if it was Final Fantasy 6 or 13, that definitely would be a, $67 for me. But,
yeah, it's all about. I think that's a perfect segue to like kind of what you wanted to jam about today. But yeah, that's for me. Like this is my favorite game of all time, so I don't mind paying the premium for it. Like I don't like to buy games, at full price unless I've been waiting for them and I really anticipate them. So this is one of those games. It's like once in a generation that I am just chomping at the bit. And I also got it for my birthday too, so that helps. So yeah,
that's right.
My wife's like, "Here you go."
Happy related.
So I'm like, yay!
All right, man. It's cool. So it's your Kingdom Hearts. I get it.
It's my Kingdom Hearts and a half. Like, yeah, it's oh my god. I can't even talk right now. I'm so excited. I don't know how everybody else is. Final Fantasy VII gets a lot of hate, but it also gets a lot of love. So I'm definitely on the love side.
I'm definitely in the middle. Call me again. But yeah, you're right. Because of the hype of Final Fantasy VII, ladies and gentlemen, I was just like, you know what, man? I got so much on my mind. I've seen so many people on the Twitter space, especially now since we mostly stay inside. And I definitely seen the love-hate relationship with the Final Fantasy. I'm like, yo, what? Mm-hmm. But one thing I realized is from all the love and the hate, it made me think about like three very simple questions because everyone was going through the same stuff. And I'm gonna go into the first question because I think this one's gonna be a little bit deep.
Let's do it.
All right. So when you buy a remake of a game that you once played or you're like interested, what are you looking for before you like buy it and play it? What do you want? What do you expect? What is that desire?
This is the question at me, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is perfect. I'm, aka the Gaming Professor, and this is your 101 episode. So let me break this down. Let me break it down.
Okay.
So obviously we got 3 levels of type of games. Now we have in the last, I would say maybe 8 years or so, especially the last 6-8 years, we have the re-release, which simply is taking a game, putting it on another platform, or taking a game that came out, 10 years prior and putting it on another platform. That's a re-release, right? So people can play it again in a new generation. We have that. And that's great. And you want to play older games on new platforms, right? The Switch has the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, and the NES stuff, the re-releases. You can re-release old games on new platforms. Got it. Then you have the remaster, right? That's the second step. That's a little bit level up, a little more work. Right, you have the remaster where, hey, you just HDify the graphics, maybe make some, some quality of life changes, all the good stuff, maybe fix some glitches. The remasters are really good too. And then you have the remake. That is remake, exactly. Then you got the remake, right? And that's a ground up working from scratch, completely reimagining the game, staying true to the form, obviously, staying true to the game itself, but a reimagining of it in modern times. Obviously, making the graphics up to speed, the way it runs, maybe changing some story elements, maybe erasing some of like if it has old humor from like the 90s that doesn't play today, changing that, maybe adding some new elements of gameplay that kind of make it more fun. And that's the remake, and that's where we're at with Final Fantasy VII, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, all these remakes that are coming out. And for me, to answer the question, what I want for a remake is I want all the tender love and care shown when you made the first game in the remake. I don't want it just reskinned. I don't want it a remaster level. I want the remake to be, you get in there, you get dirty, like you wallow in that stuff, and you start from the scratch. You say, hey, what makes this game tick? What made it great back in the day, and what can we do to kind of enhance the game to make it great today?
So you want the Yakuza? That's what you want. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, exactly. Yakuza 0, all that was great, wasn't it?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a good job. They did a good job on that.
Yo, beautiful job, Sega. Beautiful job.
Yay!
Oh, whoops, wrong button. Sorry.
It's all good.
So you just want brand new everything. So you want the stylistic treatment. Okay, I see.
Yeah, I mean that's the basic thing. It's like if you're gonna remake a game, remake it. I mean, fix what was wrong with it before. Because all games have something wrong with it. There's never no perfect game. Even Ocarina of Time and Final Fantasy VII, all these things that are amazing. They had quirks and saying things that could have made them better. But just show the love and understand what the fans and people who played the game loved about it. Understand that and kind of enhance that. Like really just bring that out and then give them something new that they either have always been wanting or maybe they didn't even know they wanted.
I tell you right now, that is true. That is true. I'm definitely in that same boat. I definitely want you to take all your experience and knowledge on working on other like franchises and put that into the remake. And of course, the graphics would be nice, but I mean that's not a huge thing for me. But I mean, I definitely do want to be able to see like the eyes twinkle and the hair whoosh through the wind and stuff like that. But honestly, I really would love for like a game to go more into the story and into the lore. Like I know for Final Fantasy VII, that's one of the huge, amazing things that I'm excited for is because it's going into the lore, and I cannot wait.
Yes, and that is where you have to walk the fine line. I think on a remake is how much of the story do you change, balancing that with how much do you enhance. So changing the story is like, hey, we went this direction, but we want to get to D, but we went to A, B, C, D, but now instead we're going to go to A, B, X, Q, R, and then to D, right? You still get to D, but you go a different route. And that's kind of, how you get there. But you could also got a balance where, hey, we're going A, B, C, and then we're skipping D and going to F. Like you don't want to change the story too much. You got to balance that. Some elements you can change, and elements you can't, because with a remake, especially of a beloved game, you don't want to like take that mystique and what the people loved about it originally, right?
That is true, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind like some modern adjustments. Like for example, people were complaining about Final Fantasy VII Remake having like touchscreen phones, or like Resident Evil 3 with Jill not having the skirt anymore, but having like a skirt, which I've never even heard of until like a week ago. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, right. It's a shorts and skirt mix, okay?
It's just shorts. Can't we just call it shorts?
No, because it has a little flap in the front that makes it look like a skirt.
Okay.
See?
No, I don't.
Hey, I'm married. I have to know these things, man.
All right, touche.
Oh boy. Yep. But no, for real though, like I definitely want them to dig into a story on any kind of remake. But I want them both. You have to balance two, because if you totally change the story, then it's not the original game, right? Then you can't call it a remake. You got to call it just a new game. You got to call it Final Fantasy 7.5, or I don't know, Final Fantasy 16. I don't know,
or
whatever.
Final Fantasy, like
Yeah,
God
or
of
Final
War
Fantasy
did.
something with a name, you know. But
Yeah.
you can't. If you're gonna call it the original game remake, you have to stay true to the story and change stuff, sure, but change stuff that serves the purpose of the overarching game. And that's it. But I'm down for some lore changes, and more importantly, dig in deeper. Like first, you're gonna make a game that's old, like 30, 20 years old. Like
Right.
a lot of stuff was skipped just as part of the time. They couldn't tell as much story and just graphical power or just things. Now you can do it. I want to know what Aerith ate for breakfast that morning, okay?
Oh, okay. That's too much, man. I don't need to know that. I just want to know if we can go up to the floor of the training room where Zack and Sephiroth and you know, I don't want to spoil Crisis Core for those that haven't played it, but yeah, like that was just a big moment. And there's like certain moments in, you know what? Let me not spoil it for those that have not played Crisis Core. But like for me, who's a Crisis
that
Core
game
fan,
came out in 2007, 2008, so it's about time. Yeah, it's been a long time.
I want to give people the benefit of the doubt because they might have like finally recognized or realized it because the game might introduce it.
Honestly, and most people aren't going to be able to play it. It came out on PSP. You know what I mean? They're not going to be able to play it. They never re-released that game, so
okay. Well, I'm hoping that they show something for Genesis, man, because you know, like he kind of got killed pretty easy. And he didn't get that much story. Yeah,
it's good. I'm just pumped. Like I'm trying to like keep my cool and be like chill right now and not mess up your podcast. But I'm super fanboy, little screaming like 11-year-old girl when NC comes on the stage right now.
It's okay. It's okay because I know if this was like Kingdom Hearts or like Street Fighter or Final Fantasy 6 or 13 or 10, I would do the same thing too. But like I guess for me it's just, but I do love 7, and that's these are where the questions came from.
Did you ever beat 7 and finish it?
Of course, man.
Okay. I didn't know because you said you didn't really do
all
the 7 treatment. I didn't know you.
When you told me about the gold and the black chocobos and being able to beat the weapon, I've never beat any of the weapons except for like the 2 that
the one in the story that you had about the diamond. Yeah.
And then, of course, the one where you can get, like, Cloud's, like, amazing, beautiful...
The ultimate weapon,
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
There's Ultima, Diamond, Ruby, and Emerald. Those are the 3. Those are the 4 weapons.
So, like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I feel like, man, I kind of feel like I want to go back and Like, if you had never told me that, I probably would be a little bit more hyped for 7. But because you told me about, like, wait, I can beat these fuckers? Oh, no, I got to go back and redo this shit.
There's a lot of stuff in there that you can do that I'm sure. Like, obviously, you know how to get Yuffie and Vincent, right?
Of course, I have them.
Okay. Well, because, I mean, those are missable characters. You don't have to.
No, I trust me, I know. Yeah.
Okay, good.
It took me a few playthroughs to finally realize that. But
Did you go back to Nibelheim and beat the lost number, the boss inside the safe?
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah, it's this. Yeah, I think it's on disc 1. It's right when you go to Coastal del Sol, you go over, then you can go to Nibelheim, like where go in the basement and everything where you find Vincent.
Right.
But you can't find Vincent yet. Like you knock on the thing because you can't get him to disc 2
because he can't. He won't get out. He won't go out.
He won't come out exactly. And so he's there. But you can go. You have to like walk around. And you have to find. There's a crack on the floor, and it'll say, "Hey, there's a number written," and you got to walk around the house to find all the cracks, and then it'll give you 3 numbers, and there's a safe with a combination.
Yeah, I've only able to find one number, and I've been trying, and I've never been able to figure out the safe.
There's one at the top of the stairs. Like, there's one at the very top of the stairs, and in between on the left side. There's one in a room, like where all the plants are, right in front of the plants on the left side. There's one down in the basement in the bookshelf.
I didn't know those 2.
I don't know why I know these things. It's just
no, but see, that's what I'm saying though. I haven't really tapped into this thing, man. So that's why I'm saying like I'm a little worried.
But you beat it. You got it though. So you know, and like Barrett's one of my favorite video game characters anyway. So like I'm like Barrett's my dude.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. I'm so mad that I probably have to wait till disc 3 before we really get into the story of like, hey guys, let me tell you how I lost my let me tell you I got Marlene and lost my arm and
his homeboy.
And then I can't wait to see that scene. Like that's got to be the most dramatic fucking moment.
Oh man.
Like,
well, not even that. Like, can you, like, all right, everybody, spoilers. If you haven't played Final Fantasy, earmuffs for a second.
No. I give the 15. I try to give the 15-year rule on some games, but that's like more than 15. Get the fuck out of here.
This is 20. Yeah, this is what 97. So yeah, we're at 23 years. So yeah, all right. So when you go to Shinra, like the very end, can you imagine how nasty and bloody it's going to be when they drag, when Sephiroth kills everybody in Genova up in the Shinra headquarters? Can you imagine how awesome it's going to look?
I can't wait to see fucking Hojo. Like, I want to see what fucking face he's gonna make and shit. Like,
when he like transforms and stuff on the boat and stuff like
Oh my gosh, the end of this fucking 2. I can't wait for that huge ass hype fight. Oh man,
on the boat. Yeah, it's gonna be. Well, the thing is, I already know a little bit about some of the story changes they made. I've tried to kind of hide my face away from some like the spoilery stuff, but yeah, like. They're adding they're putting Genova at the end of the Shinra tower. And instead of just having what's his name? The vice president, for the boss fight at the end of this one and before you head out.
Right.
They're putting Genova.
Why would you put Genova? Genova's supposed to be
on the boat on the way to Costa del Sol.
Yeah.
No, but
that's just one.
Yeah, Genova's at the very end too. But do you remember you fight Genova for the first time on the boat?
Right, and then that's when Sephiroth comes down, and then he's like,
Yep, the first time, yeah. But yeah, you're fighting Genova at the end of the when you finish before you probably do the.
Okay, wait, hold on. It is possible because we do run into like what is it, a tube in the laboratory of a.
Yeah, no, you see her. You see Genova in Shinra headquarters, but we're actually it's a new boss fight. It's a full new. That's the end. That's like the culmination is fighting Genova at the end of that. And but then
we don't fight the we don't fight the president's like son or nothing like that. We don't learn.
No.
So
Rufus, no.
I thought we would face Rufus and the Turks and like.
Yeah, no, you'll fight Reno and all those dudes and stuff like that. But
all right.
No, that's new optional stuff. So yeah, it's just cool.
Let me stop getting distracted. Tedder, you're getting me distracted with this stuff, man. We're supposed to go. Distracting me with your
Final Fantasy 7 Remake's coming out. We're gonna play it. Yay! We'll have more later. Bye.
All right, so we already know our list. So pretty much, let me ask this, man. What do you guys look for when you buy an RPG game for a console or like PC? Like, what do you look for in your RPGs?
Damn. I'm big RPG nerd. That's my jam. Why you play RPGs is story, period. Like, that's it, right? Like, I don't know. Yeah, like story. Like you want a great story, something that you can be immersed in, role playing game. I want to get lost in that thing. That's it. Period. I don't care whatever other mechanics has on it. If I'm lost in the game and the story, I don't care how many side missions there are, how many random characters there are. If it's 90 hours, if it's 20 hours, if it's a story that's just like really cool and great, then I'm down.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I get you, man. I get you. I'm definitely a huge story person myself. Although I have played, what was the game called? Grandia 3 without knowing the story. And I really love the gameplay in Grandia 3.
Yep.
So
that happens all the time.
I don't know, man. Like I like story matters here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Story matters here. But I definitely would like some good gameplay. Like
I'll give you an example of that for me. It was Octopath Traveler. I could give two shits about the story and a lot of those characters, but I like fighting and everything. But I put in 84 hours in that game, and I beat it. But I don't care about that story at all. Like I care. I think you had 8 characters. There were, I think 4 out of the 8. I just clicked through their stories. They were so dumb. I was like, click, and just went to their boss fights because the boss fights are really fun. They're like little puzzles, so I enjoyed that. But yeah, but I enjoyed that RPG. It was good because it was old school and looked great. But like, if for me, it's like I don't know. I don't mind if it's an action RPG, a turn-based RPG, whatever. As long as the story's good and if there's good gameplay, then hey, you got double whammy.
Oh yeah. If you get me on a cliffhanger, I love me some cliffhangers, man. That's how I got into Kingdom Hearts, man. Yeah, man. That's how I got into Kingdom Hearts,
bro.
Yo, that can't hit nothing.
That's why.
I'm one of those people that love Lost. Yo, that's one of the reasons why I love the show Lost. That's one of the reasons why I love Kingdom Hearts.
I hate that show so much. Man, all right, here we go, everybody. Hype train. Here we go. This is what we wanted in this podcast.
Oh my god,
man, Lost is garbage.
Whoa,
got
hold on now.
That show is
calm down.
trash.
Nah, that show is not garbage, man. That show was
garbage.
No, that show just forces every motherfucking person to pay attention. That was it. Nah,
it's like
bro.
Game of Thrones. It's like, oh, the White Walkers are coming. Oh, the White Walkers are coming.
No. Bullshit, bro. No. Everyone was hype. Everyone was on the Game of Thrones hype. Just like, it had the same appeal as Lost. Everyone was on the Game of Thrones hype. It was just season 8 that fucked that show over. Season 8. Starbucks cups, motherfuckers leaving water bottles and shit. Seeing like Burger King rappers and shit.
Take the production value out of it. Dog, we spent 8 years of our life waiting for the White Walkers to come. They died in 10 minutes.
I mean, MVP Arya saved the day, though, man. Like we ain't
spent
going
6 seasons watching Lost. They didn't finish the show.
They finished the show.
They did it, and it was whack.
No, they finished the show. It's just we realized that it was on. I don't want to spoil it for those that want to watch it. But
that show came out in 2006. That's 15-year rule.
Okay, fine, fuck it. Well, look, they were dead, but then they didn't realize they were dead.
Me being a creative producer, working in everything. Do you know what that's called? That's called lazy cop-out writing.
The last season of Lost fucked up the whole entire series of Lost.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but that's the same thing with fucking Game of Thrones.
Oh, you're dead. That's it. Because that explains everything. Or it's like, you have this whole movie, and then at the end, it was magic. What? That's lazy cop-out. You can't explain it. That's whack. So that's why you're one of them Kingdom Hearts masochists.
Okay, but no. That was a good end. 3 had a good ending.
Kingdom Hearts 3?
It had a good ending, not a great ending.
It
had a good ending.
You had to play the mobile game or buy the DLC to finish it.
I said good ending. All right. I didn't say great. I didn't say amazing.
The story doesn't end, and then you got to buy
more
stuff
story.
To finish the
story technically ends.
Yes, because the game.
You just have to buy the DLC to understand why certain events happen. Yes, I know that sucks. I get you. But I'm just saying, man, story does matter. I understand my weakness at cliffhangers because I really want to know.
I like cliffhangers as well, but I want cliffhangers and then, by the way, change discs or go to the next mission or whatever. Could you imagine if everybody, spoiler coming again, 15-year rule. Could you imagine if Final Fantasy VII would have ended when Aerith died?
Oh, that would have been the worst game ever. I would have been mad as fuck. I would have threw my PS1 out the window.
But what happens exactly after that whole cutscene? It goes, insert disc 2, right? What if it just turned off and was like, all right, see you in Final Fantasy VII 2.
But that's what the PS1 version is doing. I mean, that PS4 is doing right now.
Yes, exactly. But they're doing it because it's just this game is so huge, and so much time is taken into doing it.
That's the same excuse I'd be telling people in Kingdom Hearts 3. Come on now.
No. Final Fantasy VII is a remake. We already know the story. They're just breaking it up.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is a question mark. It's all.
Yeah, that's a new game. If this was Final Fantasy 16 and they were breaking up in 3 pieces, that's a different thing. I don't know. It's just
this is why we're asking these questions, man.
No, it's stories too, but like gameplay. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. You mind?
Okay.
What kind of gameplay do you like in an RPG? What do you look for? If you're buying an RPG, okay, it's got a great story, right? But what if it's a great story with garbage gameplay? Now let's go.
Yeah, that's Final Fantasy 9 because it had horrible story. And it reminded me of fucking Tactics.
I literally played it for an hour last night. It's funny that you mentioned that.
Okay.
I like the story a little bit. It's not great, but it's okay.
Story is generic as fuck.
It's very kiddie.
Gameplay is tactics as fuck. Like after playing Saga 2, man, it was just like, yo, what is this? If I never played Saga 2, maybe I would have liked 9. But I'm gonna put
Saga or Saga Frontier.
Yeah.
Saga. Oh yeah, I only played 1. But no, so what I'm saying is, the story's fire, right? And what kind of RPG gameplay do you like? What's your style of RPG?
I can do turn-based or I can do action-based.
Okay, but there's a lot of nuance in that. What makes good what makes good turn based?
I enjoy active turn based, sort of like how 10-2
ATV
does it,
Mm-hmm.
and then Final Fantasy 13 do it as well.
Final Fantasy 7, they're the first one who did it.
Final Fantasy 12 did it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that because you're able to like just
kind of makes it like you have to like be like, on point. You can't just sit there and make a decision. You have to like, okay, they're gonna attack me unless I make the decision, you know.
And then plus you're able to like skip your opponent's turn if you do it, you know, your strategy
Quick enough.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I like active time battle. Like the Final Fantasy 7, they were the first game to do the ATV. That's what made it awesome. I like old school, like original Final Fantasy and Dragon Warrior, like the regular ass JRPG, like just menus. I'm down for that. Like I don't mind that at all.
Yeah,
like,
I don't mind that either. But...
Yeah, I'm okay with that. You know what I don't like though? I realize.
All right, break it down. What you don't like?
Here, everybody. I'm gonna get so much hate and flack for this.
Yeah.
I just finished. Was it 2 days ago? For the first time in my life, I was streaming it. About 26 hours. I beat it. I thought Link to the Past was okay.
Oh, that's okay. I thought Link to the Past was okay too. I mean, shit.
I don't think I like Zelda games. I don't think I like Zelda games. I don't like the way that game's. I don't like it. I don't think I do. Like I just.
You know what, man?
Yeah,
it's all right.
I've tried.
I've tried.
I love Ocarina of Time. Amazing. The game is amazing. The first Zelda, sure, I beat that. You know, like for the first time all the way through, like in 2015. I beat Ocarina of Time 2017, and I just for the first time beat Link to the Past. Like I've gotten like about halfway through Link to the Past, maybe like 6 times before, and I just finally just put my head down and just finished it. And man, like some of those dungeons and they're crazy, and some of the shit you have to do is so obtuse you would never know unless you had a guide or someone telling you. I'm just like, what? Like why would you? And I know it's all about the exploration and stuff, which I did a lot of that, but sometimes I'm like, dude, what am I doing? Like I don't even know what to do. I go to the Oracle, I try not to use the guide, and I'm like, dude, I look at a guide and I'm like, oh yeah, you have to go to this place, go to the Dark World, stand on this pillar, and then get the freaking spell, and then you can go back to the place and open up the door to the next dungeon you have to go to.
So that's Tedator that's saying that. That's not me. Usually I say the controversial stuff, but that's him today.
I was just like, man. I mean, I love dungeons though. I love the dungeons in Zelda, but like, there's 13 dungeons in this one, 13 or 14 dungeons, and after a while, I was like, man, like about the like dungeons like 8, 9, I almost like shot myself in the face. They were not fun, and it's just tedious. And I was, man, I liked the puzzles, but I just couldn't do it. So that type of Zelda gas gameplay, I thought it was the game overall. I can see at the time was amazing. Like if I had the time to like, this was my game. I was playing this every day as a kid, or like, but I just wanted to beat it, and it just wasn't. It was good. It was a very good game. I think I could play it again now because now I know what to do. But man, as your first playthrough, trying to like play it blind, it's very, 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 very frustrating.
So what I'm hearing is Wind Waker is the best Zelda of all time. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
man. So
yeah, or Skyward Sword, that one too.
Whoa. Let's calm that down.
No. I honestly, I've only played a little bit of Wind Waker. I didn't play many Zelda games. So, I mean, I've put in about 50, 60 hours into Breath of the Wild, but I'm still I'm on the first or only done one beast. So it's like, because I just go on and cook for hours and explore, you know, but even with Breath of the Wild, like I don't have that super deep connection to Zelda game, but I did think Ocarina of Time was fantastic and just absolutely bonkersly good. Okay. That game is, that's a great game. But the original, I mean, of the time, Link to the Past, meh.
All right, so good. Once again, that is Tedator saying that. That's not me. Normally I try to tell y'all I'm not a huge Legend of Zelda. I like the Zelda games. I like.
Yeah, so I like it.
But I'm not talking shit about the super fan favorite this time.
Nope. Yeah, I like it. And you know what? I'm on that train too, because why? You're a Kingdom Hearts, like diehard, and I'm gonna talk mess about Kingdom Hearts all day. But you're used to that. I'm a Final Fantasy VII diehard, and there's everyone, oh, Final Fantasy VII overrated. I mean, sure, I'll take that. And just like the Link to the Past people, everyone, it's one of the greatest games of all time. I see it all the time and place. I played it. It was okay.
No, man, Link to the that is kind of a little overrated, man. I'm sorry. You know, if there was no other, maybe that's Efocutioner saying.
It was good, but it was frustrating. Very frustrating of nowadays, you know, like just trying to like get to it. But yeah, so that kind of action, the Zelda-y thing, I didn't like how unforgiving. So I guess I'm trying to pull it back to like the action part of it. How some of the action was like just unforgiving in weird ways. You're like, wait, what? Like, why did that happen? What? It's just so confusing. And when you know, I don't know. It's like the little guys running around. It's just sometimes something about the controls just didn't sit right with me. So some action
sounds
RPGs
like a
good.
Drakengard game, which is still an amazing.
I never
game.
got into those.
Oh man, you need to play Drakengard 1. That game is gonna.
Is that PS1? The first one?
No, it's PS2. And then
PS2, okay.
Actually, no, you should probably play Drakengard 3. I think that's like
okay.
Really. It's kind of like Dynasty Warrior ish.
Oh yeah.
But when you level up and the story is so fucking incredible that you just want to replay it and you want to just look at Yoko Taro and just be like, why doesn't Square just let you do the same?
Unleash you.
Yeah, just unleash you like they unleashed Nomura for no reason. This man's got like 3 mobile games he's working on. You're over here just like, yo, let me wait patiently for my turn. And it's just like, nah, bro, just unleash. We need a Drakengard remake. I'm putting it out there right now. Drakengard remake, folks.
Yeah.
Sorry, you'll if you ever find the game 1 or 3, not 2, 1 or 3, you'll understand.
Okay.
Because if you love Nier,
what is good about these games? Like I've heard about them. They're on the radar. Like it's not like I know about Dragon. Like me being a gaming historian, I know of it, but I have not played it.
It's the story and character development. It's the fact that the multiple endings. It really gets you attached to playing.
Didn't it come out in Japan like 2 years earlier and then get re-released in something like that in the US?
So that's Nier. So Nier had an issue.
I know Nier did that,
but
I thought Drakengard did the same thing. It was like out in Japan for a while, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll
I believe
bring
that
it to
was.
the US.
I think that's Drakengard 3 because Drakengard 1 kind of came out the same.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah. So like, it's what's good about it though?
The fucking story, man. I mean, the gameplay itself is just like it's decent, but the story really like gets you. Like the hook of the story, the hook of the world, the hook of the why. And like Yoko, like he does a good job at getting you at the why. Because like as you progress through the game, you start to understand the characters in the world, but then there's like this huge question of the why. Why me? Why am I important? Why this? Why am I doing all this? What is your reason?
So that's a precursor to Nier and everything. Because Nier Automata, that they're doing a re-release of that. You hear that?
Yeah.
They just announced that like a week ago?
Mm-hmm. I won't go into it, but it's pretty much one of the endings from Drakengard 1 sets up Nier, and then one of the endings from Nier sets up, and then Drakengard 3, one of the endings sets up the Drakengard 1. So.
Yes, exactly. That's what I did.
So let me not go into my Drakengard rant, because I can go into that shit. And
you'll get deep in the weeds on that one?
Yo, I can get as deep as Kingdom Hearts, man. So let's go into the last question. What makes you guys want to buy a game on day one, man? What makes you want to spend that $67, especially now?
Mm-hmm.
What's that day one buy?
Like I said in the beginning, if I'm waiting for a game and this is the game of the generation, I'm dropping that.
Game of the generation? Hell, hold on, man. Hold on. You trying to say Final Fantasy VII Remake is the game of the generation?
If it's a game of the generation, like this is on the level of God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, Uncharted 4, and Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is on that level. This is one of the games that is going to define the PS4 generation. Period. Yes.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Absolutely, I am saying that.
None of those games even define PS4 to me. but
yes, because obviously Horizon Zero Dawn is one of them as well.
Yes, I can include that.
Yeah, I would say if on the PS4, those are the most tentpole games. I mean, Spider-Man was great.
Well, of course, it's
Spider-Man. And then you have all the smaller games as well. But those are the PS4 games. And so,
where is Kingdom Hearts on that list? You have to.
That's one of the bargain bin. Get it for $1.50.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why someone would pay $60 for that. Why you waited 10 years for it, right? Exactly. I waited years and years. I mean, they announced this game in 2015, 2016, right? So it's like I've been waiting for that, and we've been waiting for kind of a re-release or remake for a long time anyway.
You got a re-release. You had a remaster of Final Fantasy VII.
No, there's never been a remaster.
Yeah,
there's only been nope.
Yeah,
nope,
on PS4, that is a remaster, quote unquote.
No, they released it. That was the PS4 port. They put, the PC port. They put on it. All they did was add the speed through battles and a couple other things like that.
They said they worked on the textures and stuff a little bit too, man.
A little bit, but it wasn't HD'd. It was literally the old game was just kind of HD'd a little bit. And they
it got the 1080 plus attachments on it. All right, so as far as I'm concerned, that's a remaster of your Final Fantasy VII.
No, that was not a remaster. It was a re-release. A re-release. They changed a couple things and tweaked the texture gauge. That's a re-release.
Nah, bro, that's
but without getting in the weeds, $60 is a big game that I'm waiting for. Like something that I really, really want. Like your Kingdom Hearts. You got that day one, right?
Of course, no question.
Yeah, because that's exactly no question. I got burned last year. Trying a game day one, and then obviously you wait 4 months and it's cheaper, which if I would have done that I would have saved myself time and energy. But Sekiro, that game is garbage.
Whoa, okay, hold on. Okay
I bought that day and date. I banged my head against it. I played 17 hours of it and I was like, I can't do it. I just am not. Nope, not doing it. Like, games are supposed to be fun.
No,
I like hard games.
That's the whole point. It's challenging. It's difficult. I played I haven't beat Sekiro, but I played Game of Proposers. I played it for 5-6 hours.
I got 17 hours in, bro.
All right, bro. Okay. I mean, it still wasn't that difficult, though. I mean, I don't remember.
Okay, so no, talk to me when you beat the game. You've only got 5 or 6 hours. You've done nothing.
I've done a boss fight.
A boss fight. Okay. There are 30 boss fights in that game.
All right, man, look, it ain't that big a deal, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
I'm not even
you gotta bob and weave, then you gotta cast fire. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the Hitem Mitsurugi style.
Okay. Anyway, well, when you get to you did the first samurai boss and maybe the giant. You've done nothing in that game. Nothing.
Oh man, I've done everything.
Yeah, regardless. So I didn't like. So that one I bought day and date, and that was bad. But I'm super excited for my 3 games this year, which are perfectly spaced out. Hopefully, one doesn't get delayed. But we got Final Fantasy right now. I got a few months, 3 months, and I'm gonna jump on that delicious Ghost of Tsushima. And then right after that, we have Cyberpunk 2077. So I am going 60 right there with those 3.
What about Streets of Rage 4, man? You forgot about that?
No, I'll wait for that.
What do you mean you'll wait for that? It's Streets of Rage 4.
I know, dude. I'm a big dude. You know me in retro games. I'm a diehard, but I'm not gonna drop 60 on a 2D beat 'em up right now.
Well, I mean, we don't know the full price of Streets of Rage right now.
Well, again, if it's 40, sure, I'll think about it. But it's gonna drop down to $25.99 in 2 months after it, and it's not on my radar. I'm gonna be freaking neck deep in Final Fantasy, and Sekiro, and I have 300 hours to put into the CD project. I mean, that's not Sekiro, excuse me.
See, look at that, folks. We got him in there.
Freudian slip right there, right? Yep, got me. But no, I'm going to be so deep in those 3 games alone have, 450 hours of gameplay? So it's okay, I need to space myself out a little bit.
Fine, I guess. All I know is I've definitely done research. I think that's one of the great things I have to do. I have to double, triple, quadruple check, even if it's a game I like. Because I definitely did a shit ton of research for Kingdom Hearts, and I did it for Anthem. Oh my gosh, I think I managed to save myself $67.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anthem. I had Anthem, but I also got it with my PC, so I got a free copy of it. So I'm glad. If I would have paid money for that, I would have shot myself in the face.
I still would have asked for my money back, even if it was free.
Oh my god! I know, right? Hey, you pay me for wasting my time. Thank you. No, dude, that game could have been so good. Oh my god!
That
I think
game,
they're gonna re-release it.
I don't know.
No,
I don't.
you know
I don't. Look, I don't even care anymore, man.
I do.
Make it 40.
If they come back and they revamp that, like I will 100% jump in. That's exactly what I want. Flying robots and like basically armored core in the future. Now, hell yeah!
I might as well just play No Man's Sky now because you can do the same thing.
No, because you're like you're in a mech suit. This is rad. Like I'm so down.
Look, I have to see the price for Anthem for me to be like, if they're trying to charge, like, hey man,
no, they're charging zero. They're not going to charge anything.
They're not going to charge anything.
No, they're just going to, because it was such a mess. You cannot have this such mess of Anthem and then go try to sell it again. If you do, EA will just literally tie the news around.
So you're telling me EA is really willing to do like
they have to. If it's a safe face, you have to. They have to. They said a big 4-year plan on how to make it. They did all these promises on DLC. People bought it early, and just the complete backlash from that game. If they have the freaking balls to go to freaking charge for Anthem again, I swear to God, no one will ever buy another thing from EA again. They cannot charge for that game again.
Man. I feel like EA is going to charge. Yeah,
no,
we got an official announcement.
You can't.
I sense
you just can't.
I sense the greed.
If they do, then EA just doesn't want to be a company anymore. They just want to just implode and explode, and that's the worst thing PR wise they could do. The least they could do is fix the game and put it out for everyone to play. Like that's the least they could do. Just to eat the cost and be like, you know what, we messed up. Here it is. This is what we promised, and yeah, because they've had some rough times the last 5 years. Everything from the Star Wars, loot boxes, all this mess. Yeah, they need to fix a lot of stuff. So
I don't know. They're still making money on their sports games. So
of course, FIFA. But again, even that FIFA's getting in trouble with all their freaking loot boxy, team of the generation thing they do, like that all-star team thing. It's just basically gambling. Yeah, dude, they are not in a good space right now. So they need some good PR, and that would be the worst thing for them. But no, if it's a game that I don't know much about, but I hear all this hype about, then I'm doing research like you. Then I'm gonna research it.
I don't know, man. Even when it's a game I love, I still have to do research because I'm too worried because I feel like there's some bullshit. If it's a game
I love, I just get it. Just why not? I know cash is an issue. Like that's a big thing.
It's not even cash. It's not supporting the bullshit. That's my logic behind it. Because Resident Evil right now, I'm going through some bullshit with not really bullshit, but Resistance. Even though that was like a quote unquote free game.
Resistance Fallen Man, the original?
No, Resident Evil Resistance.
Oh yeah,
because that's included with the game. It's just the fact that it has. Free? It's not really free because it's
of 3 of Resistance.
Resident Evil 3. Yeah,
that one. Okay,
and it's that has loot box systems, and they're trying to sell the boosters, and it's kind of you get a decent amount of points. They just released
Resident Evil 2 remake last year, and Resident Evil 3 was one of the most meh of the whole Resident Evil series. That's one of the not even the good one.
I really need to try to.
It's 4, 2, 1, 7 in that order, and then the other ones just trickle around.
What happened to 5?
5 is good, but it's just different. 5 is when they change everything, and then don't even talk about 6. Ugh.
Okay, we only talk about 6, but I'm definitely gonna say 4, 2, 1, 5, 7. Well, actually, I haven't played.
That's fine.
I gotta take 7.
You was probably a better fan of that. I'm not a giant fan of Resident Evil. I played a bunch of them, but I'm not a big fan of them. So yeah, I would take your word over it then. But that's what I'm saying. But why remake 3 a year after you just did a 2 remake that was great? I know you had the engine. You're might as well just throw it in there, right? But
I am a little bit curious, but I've never played Resident Evil 3, so that's kind of one of my upsells.
Oh, okay.
I definitely did research on it. I knew we were going to go back, redo locations and stuff, and I kind of figured the exploration is going to be more of that. So I kind of figured it'd be smaller. So that was my incentive of buying 3 on day one, and I liked it. But I feel like if I were to play Resident Evil 2 remake after me playing Resident Evil 2,
wait, you did buy Resident Evil 3 remake?
No, I said Resident Evil 2 remake.
Okay.
If I were to played that before 3, I'm pretty sure, because I can already tell. Like, I've played Resident Evil 2 on the PS1, and I'm still saying, like, yo, the Resident Evil 2 is still better than this 3 remake. So, I mean, if I were to play the remake of 2,
then that's the case. You don't buy it. Then if you're not sold on a game, like if it's like that feelings, why would you spend $60 on it? Because there's a million games out there.
For me, I still love 3, and I still loved it to the fact of like, I'm really glad I spent this $67. Like, I was happy with my purchase.
On what, 3 remake?
On 3 remake, yeah. So
you did. Okay. So
it's just if there was no resistance attached to it, I would have been like, this $67 was worth it. But because they included this online, like, multiplayer thing, which also was an interest of mine for, buying it on day one, I was like, okay, now I'm kind of having reservations, even though it's its own separate thing. And I'm like, nah, I'm still including you with 3, buddy, because if you ain't free to download and you're only included with Resident Evil 3, you're getting the bullshit. Like, you're attached to it. Ain't no separation.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just if it's a game that everyone's talking about, that's super hyped up, that's why I got caught on Sekiro. Sekiro just got me. I was like, everyone was on it. I was like, oh, that looks great. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it day of. I bought it literally the day it came out because people were playing it. And I was like, let me get on it.
Yo, Tedator, everyone was hyped about fucking Anthem.
Right? No, but no. My point is, it looked good. It looked up my alley. I love my favorite I have 3 types of games that are my favorite genres. It is RTS, real-time strategy games that are, I used to be a pro in those games on PC. I still play today. RPGs and third-person action games. So those are, like, if you got one of those games, you dangle it in front of me, I'm gonna be like, ooh, let me see. Oh, okay. Like fighting games, sure. I might play all genres, but those are the ones I'm always gonna be like, like whatever kind. You could be, kittens with, I don't know, just anything, and I'll be like, okay, let me check that out. If it's a third-person action game or an RTS or an RPG, I'm gonna check it out. And so, Sekiro is a third-person action game, and I was like, oh, let me take a look at that. And so it got me. But if it's a game that's just maybe not in the genre or wheelhouse that is day up, I'm gonna do what you. I'm gonna research. I'm gonna play the demo, and the demo will hook me and everything. But most of the time now, if it's not a game I'm super anticipating, like super jazzed about, I'm not going to buy it day of. Why? Because my backlog is 1,000 trillion games long. So there's so many other games to do in the meantime while I wait for a game to go down.
I'm at like 15, so I've been doing pretty well. I was originally at 25, but I'm at 15.
I mean, what do you consider backlog? Like, need to play now, or
like
just
I need to
backlog?
play because I bought this thing and I have not played this game at all.
Oh shit!
And other games keep distracting me, and I keep playing.
Mine one of those is like probably 60. I have so many games I bought, just haven't played. I'm like, oh, whoops. So now over the last, that was probably, I stopped that about 2 years ago. I do not buy games unless I'm actually going to play them because my backlog was just too big.
Yeah. But that's what I did with Resident Evil 3, and that's why I was just like, okay, I had a really fun time. Did you beat it already? Yeah, I beat it.
Damn. That game just came out.
I know. Well, I powered through it because I was just having a really good time playing it. So I was just like, okay,
that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna give 3 some props, but I'm also gonna give it some shit too. But yeah, man, I'm sorry. I have to do research on even the games I love. I still have to do research because.
Yeah, I feel though when you do too much research, you'll lose some of the exploration because you get other people's opinions. And then even though you say, hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Even though you say you don't let other people's opinions, psychology and research, me being a scientist, it influences your opinion no matter what you say. Even you say, oh, no, I'm not going to let it. It does. When you read somebody's thoughts or read something about a game or look at screenshots or see any kind of context and put in anything, it affects your judgment. So a lot of times I'll do some research, but if you do too much, then you can skew the picture that you would make yourself because subconsciously you're bringing that back into the fold when you do your own judgments on the game. And so whether it's negative thoughts or positive thoughts, because there's been many times in games that I'm like, yo, this game is really good, but everyone hates on it. I don't know why. I like it. But if everyone hated on it, you're going to think hated on it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I didn't let Resident Evil 3 affect me. But that's mostly because they had the demo. So,
yeah, see, perfect. You got to play some demo. Yeah, and demos are great. I think that's how man. All you young kids don't know about that. I'm so happy this last year they've been doing demos again. Have you noticed that?
That's because I'm so glad all my yelling of like, bro, we need fucking demos. I can't buy a game.
It's been like 12 years we haven't had demos. The last like demos were like 07, 08. Like that's when the last time you played demos. But dude, that's what you did. Dog, from like 1992 to like 2008, it was demos. You played the demo of the game. Ooh, I like this game. You never heard of the game. You play the demo. Like, ooh, I want that game now. That's what you did.
Remember when like you would buy the magazines? Yeah, they were in the magazines, or if you went to like Blockbuster and they had like the PlayStation
demo disc. Yeah, that's what you did. Or when PCs were a thing, you started downloading demos. Like I downloaded demos of like Warcraft 2 and all that, just so I can start. You download the demos. You played demos, man.
Oh, man.
Like that's what you did. It's a demo to demonstrate the game to get you hyped up for it. But then like 10 years, the industry is like, oh man, like no, we're losing sales on demos because they're just playing the demos and not do it. So we just got to get them to buy the game. No, man, like play a demo. That's got me to buy more games than any advertising campaign out there. I'm telling you, a demo.
Demos. I'm glad they're back. But I still do research on gameplay. But
like, what's research mean for you?
Like,
what's research?
Research for me is like looking at the gameplay, putting the video on mute so that way I don't hear that person or whoever's talking, and just actually watching the gameplay. Going onto the website to see any changes or updates.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But no, you're right. You're absolutely right, because that happened to me with what fucking game did I? I think Borderlands 3. I think that's the one. Because I was hyped about it, but I still did research. But then I listened to other people who were like really fans of Borderlands. Yeah. And I was like, shit. I mean, it's not bad, but it was just like...
No, exactly.
It's
good. If you love Borderlands, it's good, but
it wasn't a day one buy. That's what I realized.
Exactly.
And that's why
it's on sale. Exactly. As we speak, it's on sale right now for $30.
And that's what I would have waited for and bought it then. With like the DLC.
Yeah, it's been 6 months though, so I mean, that's a decent time to wait. But yeah, it's 6. Yeah, it's...
Oh, and Persona 5. Like, I almost came close to buying Persona 5. But then I kind of stopped myself, because everyone hypes up that game, and I'm playing Persona 4 right now, and I'm like, yo, this is good, but it's not like...
You're playing Golden?
Yeah, because I'm playing the PS2 version. Okay. No, I'm not playing Golden. No, it is Golden. No, it's not Golden.
It's on Vita, isn't it?
No, I'm playing the PS2 version, so I'm playing the OG.
Okay,
I'm not playing Golden. But even that, because it's just like, yo, I'm liking this game, but it's just like, yo, I'm not really seeing the hype. Like, story is decent, but I'm like, I'm not really into the whole 4? Japanese. Yeah, Persona 4 on the PS2. Like, I'm not like I'm into the story because I'm curious and I'm liking it, but it's just like the whole high school thing, and it's just like.
But that's what Persona is though, and that's it's people who are into the whole Japanese scene, which is fine. Like you're in anime, into that Japanese culture of high school, because that's what it is. So you have to really love that to love the Persona game.
Yeah, bro. But so I mean, like yo, my otaku side is like dying, like, because it's just like
yeah. So you just growing out of it. It's cool.
Like, yo, man, can you throw in a brother one time? Maybe I might be a little interested. You know what I'm saying? Or like,
do you think there are black people over there? No, the black people over there are not from Nigeria. There are no, like seriously, like I've been to Japan. They are Nigerian immigrants. Like that's what they are. Like that's how it is. Like So
yeah, that's true. But I mean, it just
no
nice
brothers like us.
Look, man, we
be
be spending that money, man. You can't just throw like one random black guy in there, man. Like, just
man, how many black people are playing Persona?
I know quite a few.
Minority, bro. Minority of a minority of a minority.
Yo, I've seen quite a few.
You're minority. You're minority because you're a gamer, and you're a minority because you're a gamer minority trying to play a very eclectic game. So like, you're like a sample size of 2. And like Day One, who lives, in New York City somewhere because he accidentally got a copy of it. That's it.
I guess that's just my little personal preference. Minority Americans over here, but yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So that's. I mean, we'll see. Like again, I already bought Final Fantasy VII. It's preloaded. It's ready to go. Again, 9 p.m. tonight. I will be playing that.
Wait, did you buy the original or deluxe?
I bought the original. I was gonna buy the deluxe, but I'm gonna buy the soundtrack separate. So
Okay.
I don't need the summoning materia and all this special
Yeah, I
stuff.
don't
and,
either.
like,
And I just don't understand it.
What's up?
Nothing. It's just there's some questions I have about certain materia and stuff, but I feel like I'll figure it all out once I play the game. I feel like
what do you mean about certain materia?
Because
Explain.
you didn't get the Chocobo materia at Midgard. You got it pretty much outside. You get it.
You got it right outside. You get it from
before the snake.
You get it. No, that's when you get the Chocobo.
Right. I'm sorry.
You get Chocobo. You get the Chocobo, the Chocomog attack. I think that's what it is. You get that right before you go to the Golden Stalk.
I knew it was. I thought it was like there, but okay. So I'm a little bit.
But
the whole point is you get it outside.
The pre-order you get that. So I got that. But with the deluxe edition, you get the Cactar and you get one other.
But
summon.
you get the Cactar outside too, man. Like pretty much
Well, the Cactar is hard. That's a tough one to get. That's a special. You have to be in the right spot to get it. Let me see. I want to look this up. 97.
I forgot what location you did, but I know you had to like. Wasn't the Cactar like located with the Chocobo footprints?
Maybe. Okay, so with the digital deluxe, you get digital art book, you get the mini soundtrack, you get the Cactar. Oh yeah, you get Carbuncle, which was not even in the game. That's
and that's another thing. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is a Carbuncle? That's Final Fantasy 15.
Well, Carbuncle's been in every single game.
Nah, bro, that's 15.
Yeah. No, it's not 15. Carbuncle was in every.
I've never seen a Maybe I have, and I just
yes, you have. So that was the whole big thing. Is 15 ruined Carbuncle? I literally just played through 8, and Carbuncle was one of the main summons in there because that took all the effects off you. It's a good summon.
Oh
Carbuncle's
that's right.
Every game
How
since
did I forget that?
5. Yeah, that's like
okay,
Carbuncle
but I don't remember
I
don't remember Carbuncle in 10. Wait.
Yep, it was.
Wait.
It was in. It's been in every. Carbuncle's been in every game. Carbuncle's like a chocobo. It's like a running theme in Final Fantasy. It's a little fox with a diamond in its head. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
So that's what you get with the digital Lux, and I was like, I don't need the mini soundtrack or digital art book, but I will buy the full soundtrack later.
So and then that's another thing. What the fuck is a mini soundtrack?
I think you just get a few tracks.
So how the fuck would I pay for a few tracks? I want the whole thing. See, this
right.
is
But I think but you get them like super quality version, like the FLAC version or something like that. Really, really good quality. Because they're not putting out the full soundtrack yet. They haven't put it out yet.
Give me that full soundtrack.
Full soundtrack's probably not going to come out for another month or two. So
why the fuck am I buying digital deluxe?
So, that's why. So for $20, I was like, I'm never going to look at a digital art book. I mean, plus it'll be online in like a week. So I'm like, okay. And I'll look at the pictures once and be like, ooh, cool, pretty. The mini soundtrack, I want the full thing, so that's fine. And then I don't really care. I mean, the Cactar summoning material is cool, but like, it's not integral. And then the Carbuncle is not even part of Final Fantasy VII, so I'm like, So I don't want anything to ruin or break the game. So, but when you pre-order, I did get the Choco. So I got the Choco Chick something, which is a new one. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So. I don't know what that is. So it's
I want Fat Chocobo, bro. I want to squish motherfuckers. I want that.
Yeah. Fat Chocobo. Yeah, I did get the dynamic theme, the Final Fantasy VII theme, which I did put on my PlayStation. It's pretty cool.
Not cooler than Kingdom Hearts, so.
No, it honestly, it's really just
no,
two pictures.
I'm just giving shit.
No, honestly, it's not good. It's not that great, but it's just cool. It's just Cloud, and Sephiroth. So Cloud is on the main bar. When you go up to any of like the selections, like the settings, it's Sephiroth. And then the logo,
what the hell? So you don't even get like the really cool Japanese version where you get like Tifa and Cloud like just sitting.
No. It's just two. It's just those. It's just Cloud and Sephiroth. It's cool. I installed it and it's on mine right now. We'll see how long that lasts. But it's decent. But that was the pre-order. So the pre-order, all you got was you got to get the Choco Chick summoning. So that was, I don't know what that is. I think that's a new summoning material for this one. So cool. But yeah, that's why I only got the regular one, the $60 there. And I know I'm gonna just wallow in this game, so like fine to pay that $60. That's a decent amount of money, man.
That's true. And ladies and gentlemen, that was our Final Fantasy VII remake discussion.
Right? Damn it, we went back to it again.
it's understandable, man. It's coming out, so I can't.
Well,
really
it's the new hotness right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure people want to talk about it and hear about it anyway, but that's in the forefront. I mean, that's I don't know if you don't have a Switch, so you're not messing with the Animal Crossing, which is blowing
I'm
up
not
the
messing.
world right now.
Why the fuck would I even play Animal Crossing? I'm living real life. Animal Crossing is like Sims, but like motherfuckers are furries.
Yes,
like,
but the thing is, right now is the perfect time to play Animal Crossing. It's simulating life that you can't do. You know what I mean? So
oh my gosh! Look, I can go plant a tree right now. I just have to put on a mask, some gloves. Oh, look, it's literally Animal Crossing.
No, stay home, bruh. That's what you need to do. Don't be going outside for no reason.
Look,
stay home.
if shit gets real and I see the police, I'll just throw some toilet paper in the middle of the street, and then a whole bunch of people will come, distract the cops, and I'll run. So
I guess
fucking
so.
Animal
I
Crossing.
guess it's like a little toilet paper bomb. Oh man.
All right. Anyways, before we talk about more of this bullshit Animal Crossing, which sucks anyways, it's about that time of the show where we got to say goodbye. But before we do, you already know what time it is. It's time for shameless plugins. Go.
Yeah. I stream at twitch.tv/Tedator. You guys can come watch me there. Basically, I like to play games and chill and just hang out, have a good time. You guys can find me on Instagram. I'm Tedator. I do another podcast as well that my man Efocutioner here graced his presence with me a couple weeks ago. Fantastic episode. Great job.
Yes, it is.
The
I'm
Boss
still
Battle
editing.
Gamecast, which he will be on again, I'm sure, at some point.
I'm down.
He's good. He's the dude. He's the man.
I want to run
it's the
back.
Boss Battle Gamecast every Thursday. And then, if you don't want to just come hang out, you can go to bossbattleshow.com. That's where the show is at. You go to tedator.com. I do a lot of stuff there. So yeah, just hit me up. I'm all about talking to people in the community and having fun, hanging out, having a good time. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. The Chronicles of Gamers, Chronicles of Gamers, Chronicles of Gamers, Chronicles of Gamers, man.
Type it in, you'll find it. It's
look,
everywhere.
Just go to a mirror right now, turn off the lights, do it at
Say
exactly
it 3 times, and a hook will come and get you.
Yeah, exactly, man. You're just gonna get hooked right into the show. You can type us into Google. We're on fucking YouTube. We're on fucking Stitcher. Fuck Acast. We're on fucking iTunes. We're on fucking SoundCloud.
I don't know what these sites. I mean, fucking Stitcher, fuck Acast, and fucking iTunes. Those sound like really good sites. I want to try those ones out. I'm just on Stitcher, iTunes, and Acast, but those ones sound better.
Nah, man, I'm not a huge fan of Acast. They keep playing games with me, man. I keep putting it in. They keep taking me, then they take me away. I'm like, okay, well, fuck y'all too. So fuck Acast. Yeah, fuck you. But I love me some Stitcher. Y'all do some well. I had no idea we had that many listeners on Stitcher. So
go Stitcher.
Yes, shout out to Stitcher. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Stitcher.
Hey, buddy.
But yeah, man, just type us in. I will be streaming again. I'm just going through some reading and researching, and I honestly I've been using this whole time just to go through like old footage and stuff and edit, because one-man army now. So
yeah. Well, that's good. It's always good to do that sometimes, like it's always good to do that sometimes. Well, you know what I mean? It's good to do that sometimes. You can get like down and dirty and like kind of like find a new kind of creative direction when you do that kind of, it's kind of fun sometimes.
Yeah, that's so true. I found out we've talked about multiple topics multiple times and been like, maybe I could probably use this old footage and stuff. So like, that's pretty much what I've been doing in my quarantine time. I've just been going through old shit that we've done while everyone else has just stopped. So yeah. But yeah, don't worry, folks. I will be getting Final Fantasy VII Remake. Just call me when it's like $45 or $40, and I'll buy it on Amazon, or I'll venture out into the Corona world and go to Best Buy because they're still open apparently.
Nope.
And GameStop's still open too.
Oh, not in California. They're closed.
You sure about that?
100%. Yep, the governor closed them down.
Okay. Well, ours is still, it's open close. So.
And also California just instituted that Best Buy and all big box retailers are not allowed to sell non-essential products anymore. So you're not allowed to sell TV, any electronics, nothing like that. So Target can only sell food and essential supplies. So the electronics department's closed.
Man, see, California's getting this shit together. We're still like kind of fucking around with it, but I mean, Lightfoot's getting
state
on
to state. Yeah, state to state. Some states are acting a fool, bro. Like I don't know. But we got idiots in freaking Florida just be partying on the beach. You got the governor of Georgia opening up everything again. Like, dude,
yo, that's the craziest shit. Did you hear about? Like, there was like some big bonfire party in Florida, and then like the governor wanted to get mad. Like, did you guys really just like, bro? You ain't close shit down.
Yes, close it. Yeah, California just yesterday announced, because it's Easter weekend, that strictly enforced like everything. So local parks, like if there's a park and like no local parks, we will get arrested. Nothing is open. He doesn't want people like congregating because it's Easter weekend and having picnics and stuff. The beach has been closed. The state parks, so like hiking trails, they've been closed. But now it's like down the street parks, like little playgrounds. Everything is locked. Schools, locked school playgrounds, like parks on the corner, anywhere like where there's gathering ability is closed down, and it will be patrolled. He announced that last night.
I'm not sure if we're on that level yet, but we do have like police like roaming, going back and forth, making sure that like people don't like stand around and congregate.
Yeah. We're also the largest major metropolitan area in the country, so it's like, when you got 15 million people sitting on top of each other, you got to do something because people are gonna act the fool.
Let's brag about it. I'm the largest metropolitan city in the motherfucker.
I don't want to be living in the largest metropolitan city right now, bro. That's not something to brag about.
Well, that's too fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna start my Resident Evil adventure, apparently.
Yeah, I know, right? Seriously, like, dude. Honestly, before we got out here, sorry to make it longer, but could you imagine? Like, this virus is like legit. Could you imagine if this is like an actual real scary virus, not something that's like, oh, you can like get past?
Bro, we'd be dead. I mean? We're already dead.
Just our society would implode if this was even like twice as bad.
If this was the A virus, we're already dead.
Yeah, like people are acting so dumb and so scared when the virus is like, yeah, this is a scary thing just to be smart about. Like, this is a virus that we can get under control, right? Imagine if it was something that was like, killing like 30% of people, like, instead of like 2 to 4. Imagine if it's killing 30% of people. How like the bubonic plague or like Spanish flu, all these other epidemics that happened and pandemics that happened in history, right? Like our society would absolutely just, do you think toilet paper is a commodity? Bro, living would be a commodity. It would just, people would kill each other. It would just be so bad. Ugh. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, okay. Let me not. All right, sorry to depress y'all. I mean,
video games are great, though.
Yeah, they're great. Just don't play Final Fantasy 9. All right, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. I am out of here, and of course, stay living.